Hello and welcome to Getter Farms. We're here with another episode of the Minnesota Millennial Farmer map by Mapper's Paradise. And today we've got a lot of special stuff going on. So before we get into that, we're, probably about halfway done harvesting our last field of corn. But we ran out of bin space. And we've talked about this before, that on the new version of the map, the bin space is going to be greatly improved to more correctly reflect real life. But since we ran out of bin space, I thought it would be fun to try out a new mod that I saw floating around, which is this Akron Grain Bagger system. And so I will put a link in the description below for where to find what I believe is the original mod author's Facebook page. And he has a link to download this. The link he has, this mod has actually been like painted black. You know, it's designed to look like somebody painted black over the red. So there's, a little bit of red bleeding through in a few areas, which looks kind of cool. But I preferred the red look, and so you can actually go into the mod and swap out the texture file. The original red texture is in the mod file, so that's what we've done. And yeah, there's really, if I jump into the store, actually, since this is kind of a unique mod, under auger wagons, there's 3 new items here. The one on the far right here is the bagger itself, which is essentially works kind of like an auger wagon. That's why it's in the auger wagons area, where you dump into this hopper and you're going to fill it. You'll notice it takes all these different fill types. The hopper has a 30,000 liter capacity. And then you have the bag itself, which has a 200,000 liter capacity. Rough numbers, this is 5,000 plus bushels. So that's going to be like a little bit over 3 semi trucks that we can put in here. And then the final mod here is this extractor. This is a little auger that's going to pull the grain back out of the bag and allow you to put that back into a truck or a tipper or something to, get it back out of the bag. So with that, I've got these mods already purchased and kind of set up here. I did play around with it a little bit off camera because it's a little bit of a strange mod that I haven't used before. So I wanted to make sure that I knew how to operate it. So I've got the bagger part hooked up to the tractor here, and I'm just going to back it up to this bag. And then you got to get it in the middle here. I've got manual attach on so I can attach it. And now that I've got a bag on this, I can move the bag to where I want to fill it. And since our bins are full, I thought it'd be a good place to fill it would be over here in this grass spot. And you'll notice that I have a couple of other mods here, and I'll talk about those in a second. But really, I think what we're going to do is put our bags right over here in this big grassy spot, because they're going to be out of the way. We're not really using this grass for anything. And the other goal that I had is to be able to fill these with the semi trucks. And so I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to shut the tractor off for now. The other thing that we have to make sure to do is set the pipe out on the bagger so that it will actually fill that white bag. So, again, kind of like an auger wagon. And then you'll notice I've got this backhoe auger with the, I can't recall what this thing is called. If we go into the shop under the belt system, yeah, it doesn't really have a name. It's one of these drive over auger pits. And so we should be able to drive our semis right over this and then have that fill up into the bagger is the goal here. So last time we were harvesting, last episode when we were harvesting out here in field 3, we kind of wrapped up the episode in a logical point. But then I went ahead and filled up both this truck, and the grain cart, and actually the combine as well. So we're 100% full up right now. Nowhere left to put grain. So really that means we've got probably 2.5, almost 3 trucks of corn sitting here. And so we've almost got enough to fill up a bag, I think. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this truck up here and we're gonna try it out. I haven't actually tried to fill a bag yet. You'd think with all my testing I would have done that off camera once too, but alas, we're gonna try it live here. And so the goal is to be able to set up a courseplay course to do this. I'm not sure that's going to be possible, but we're definitely going to try it. But in the meantime, this seems to be working all right. So I see grain coming into this drive over hopper. I've got grain going into the auger. It's backing up, so this auger is going to be the slow point. And then if I jump into the tractor here, you can see that I've got grain going into the bag. Now, in real life, the bag would sit still and the tractor would start to roll forward as grain went into it. However, you know, I think this is a situation where it's just farm sim mechanics. We're not going to be able to do that. So instead, the bag kind of inches out behind. All things considered, this will work better for us because we'll be able to let courseplay just keep going and the bag will extend until it gets full. So you can see that the bag is now at 13% with that 851 bushels from the front hopper. And if I kind of look down on it here, you can see it took a while for that hopper to fill out into the bag. And now that that hopper's empty, the bag has stopped growing. So we're going to go ahead and jump in our semi here and pull him forward and unload the other hopper real quick. And then next time we're going to, whoops, I drove past it. We're going to try courseplay on this. Now, courseplay can be a little bit finicky at times, so I'm not sure courseplay is going to do such a great job here. I'm hoping it will because I really don't want to have to manually do everything, but you know, that wouldn't be the end of the world if we had to run the trucks for the last bit of the field here, since we do know that the combine and the grain cart can kind of keep running on their own. And I'm just kind of sitting over here so I can show off, like, even though we've got all the corn in the hopper on the Akron, you can see, or in the bagger here, you can see the corn slowly going down in that hopper while the bag is extending. So this is pretty cool. We're at 26% fill. So yeah, so we should be able to put almost 4 trucks in here, not quite. So with that, knowing that we've got another full truck in the grain cart, let's go ahead and run this back out to the field. And we're gonna unload that grain cart into this truck, and then we'll get everybody set back up. We'll get the grain cart out to the combine, get everybody set up and running from a grain cart combine perspective, and then I'll come back over here and we'll set up a course for the semi. So I'm gonna just park him right there, get this guy warming up, get our auger wagon unfolded here. All right, as anxious as I am to get the bagger course set up, I do want to get the combine going again. And so we're gonna drive out here and empty our combine real quick so that I can start his courseplay course back off, and then we're going to set up all the other courses here and get things running auto-magically. All right, we've got the combine going again, and so now it is time to set up some courseplay courses. The first course we're going to set up is the grain cart course, because I want to be able to leave this guy to do his thing while we're working on the truck course. So I'm going to start course recording right here, because I don't want the semi in front of me until I get kind of leveled out here. And then we're going to just pull him up to right about there. Put a waypoint in. Pull him up to right about here. put a waypoint in, and then go back out into the field and put our stop point. And this is gonna let me just kick him off and forget about him. So there we go. He will now be searching for a combine. And then we can jump over here into our truck and get that course going. Oh, we forgot one important step with any course play grain cart driver, which is set your cruise control way up so that he doesn't have to drive 8 miles an hour the whole time. All right. So now for this truck, we've already set the grain cart course right next to him. So I want to start the course recording from where I already am. And we kind of front loaded our points so that if I do end up driving past this, I should work out. We'll see. We can always adjust this point with the course play editor. And so I'm going to just loop around here and hopefully not run into, whoa. Hopefully not run into the same issues that we did before, but given how horrible I just did, we're going to delete all those points and try this one more time. Perfect. All right. So what we're going to do, instead of what I was doing, and part of why I was not thinking is, remember all those issues we had with running into the grain cart over and over again? Yeah, let's avoid those this time. So I'm going to loop out and then turn around like this so that my path never crosses into the grain cart after he's done dumping into me. Ideally, this is going to work out better for us. And then I'm going to swing nice and wide here because I want to kind of come into this squared off. And then I should be able to circle around the bins like so. And head right back on out into the field. And then if I stay kind of wide to the left here, my goal is to square off with my stop point right like so. I'm not convinced this is gonna work. Was not my finest course recording. It's so awesome to see the combine and the grain cart out in the field just doing their thing though. All right, buddy, what do you got? You're going way too fast for starters. We need to cap you at 25, I think. Maybe even 20. All right, let's see it. You got it? No, whoa, where are you going? You did not have it. We're gonna slow this way down and see if he's capable of stopping to unload on his own or not. We're gonna set it to tip front. Nope, he doesn't even stop. All right, so questions answered. Does this work with course play? Maybe, but not for me. Story of my life. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be the semi-truck driver for once, I believe. So let's go ahead and try our best. Oh, wait, why am I not getting a tip point? Because I'm on tip back. There we go. We're gonna just go ahead and do this ourselves. Not a big deal. We've got 2 trucks even, so I can stack both of these trucks up and get them going, and then unload them back to back to save myself a little bit of monkey business. The other nice thing is that there's a bit of buffer on all of these augers and the Akron there, so I'm going to be able to fully load these things up and drive on without having to wait for that bagger to get filled, because that bag is a little bit slow. It's cool seeing that hopper be completely filled up too. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? Alright, let's see if we can drag this thing back into place. So, last episode, remember when I was talking about how courseplay and everything was just working and it was amazing? Yeah, this is the opposite. Today, everything is broken. Perfecto. Alright, a little bit of finagling. We got it fixed. Time to go get this truck back out in the field. We gotta get ready to take some grain, I believe. Oh, our grain cart's already here waiting for us. I should not be surprised. Oh man, the combine just finished and everything. Wow. Alright, let's get into position. We'll do better next time, we promise, Mr. Grain Cart Driver. Alright. Well, let's take this truck back over here to the bagger and let the combine and grain cart do its thing, which is kind of the awesome part about getting courseplay all set up finally, is that should just work. He's already heading back out to that combine, so I am super excited. At least that part of all of this setup is now working auto-magically. And that's letting us do a little bit of a different job for a change and play with this bagger. Now, what I'm going to do is get this truck dumped into this auger, and then I want to check the bagger and see how it's doing. So, let's switch to the front hopper, get that going, and then I'm just curious, we're at 52%, so I should be able to dump all of this truck and most of the next one in, and we'll be good to go. I'm kind of curious how long this bag gets when it's completely full. If this is 50%, am I going to go into the creek? I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to have to move my whole setup here once we get that done, so we gotta think that through. Let's not hit that auger this time, or not the auger, the jack on the side of this auger. Cause all the grief I did last time. I just want to drive straight over it and be on my way. Looks like we filled up the hopper on the bagger and most of the auger here, so that should all take care of itself, and I can drive this thing back out to the field. Did I save that course? I didn't save the course. I should have saved it so I could at least send this guy back when I'm done. And now I don't know exactly where that grain cart needs to come back to. My tire tracks literally just disappeared in front of me, so I'm going to park here because I don't know where I'm going next. And we're going to head on out here to the field and check on our grain cart here. I'm kind of curious how much he's got in him. Probably just one load now. Yep, just the one load. 2 loads. 700 plus bushels. So, well, we've done plenty of grain cart driving. Let's hop in this combine and follow along. We got an hour of harvest left at least, so that's plenty exciting. So let's follow along with this guy for a little bit, and once the grain cart is full, we will hop back over and check out what it's going to take to finish off a bag and switch to the next one.
I call you up in the middle of the night, been bothered by dreams, ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and I will always know where we belong. This ain't no ordinary love we got going on. I'll pick you up in my 59 Ford. We head on down the road until we get bored. Just you and me and the sun and the wind. If the rain should start falling, we'll head on home again. Everybody else can see where we belong. Oh, ain't no ordinary love we got going on. At the end of the world, together forever is one, and I'll wait if ever you should be in doubt, and I'll pray.
And it looks like course play got a little bit stuck on the end here, so we're gonna go ahead and help it out. Stop this driver. And this guy's gonna try and cut through on land mode, so I think what we're gonna do actually is just tell this guy to go back and dump into the combine, and then he'll automatically come back out here and catch up with the combine when he's done. I think I just said combine instead of semi again. It's becoming a thing. Oh, we need to fix this once and for all. Stop driver. Set cruise control all the way up to max so that every time I start and stop course play, I don't have to do that. So he's going to drive all the way back up here, and we'll get the semi going again, because I think this is going to be enough to top off that bagger, since I didn't quite need a full fourth truck to do it. So we've got the grain cart back up here to the weight point, and of course the combines are already waiting for us. So what we're gonna do is get this set up though again like this, so that I can record this course and not have to man the truck, at least for sending him back to the right spot. So this is gonna work out fairly well for us. I'm liking this bagger. Can't wait to dump into the bagger again and see how that works. Alright, we're not full, but that was all the corn that was in the grain cart, so we're gonna go ahead and get this course going. We are gonna really quick record the course because I want to be able to send the truck back here at any time. And we're getting just a little bit of stuttering as the grain cart figures out how to get to the combine. I probably should have waited for that to be over before starting. And this is stuttering enough. I know we're gonna notice this post-editing, so bear with it for just a second. Course play gets a little bit jittery on these really big fields when the grain cart can't figure out how to get to the combine. If you bring it up here, you can see that he failed multiple times in a row and is now, right now he's only failed once. There he's failed a second time, and he will now try to go through the crop to get to the combine, which usually causes some collisions and issues actually. So whenever this happens, it's usually when the combine is doing one of these cut through runs. So I don't know, we'll probably have some more problems to deal with. It's all right. Let's see, am I on the front? I am on the front. I do want to dump the corn while we're here. There it goes. We're gonna try and multitask here and do the course and the corn delivery all at the same time. Front hopper done. Switching to the back hopper, dumping that out real quick. That bag should be getting just about full here. Kind of curious what happens when I over dump into it. And it's still got some inside the hopper, even though the bag is full. Well, I guess we'll find out. Hopefully we'll find out. But we have to finish recording this course first. So around we go. I feel like I spend more time driving around these bins than doing anything else lately. It looks like the grain cart is getting out of the way so the combine can go over there. So that is exciting. And then we should be good to go right here. Drive to first waypoint. I'm going to stop this driver and let him do his thing. And by do his thing, I mean sit here and do nothing. And we're going to go check on this bagger. Because I really want to know. Is it done? Is it full? It looks full. It is full. All right. So, what do I do with it now? Do I just disconnect this bag like this? Detach. Okay, that seems to have detached. If I pull forward, oh my, look at that. Is that not awesome? Okay. So now we need another bag. Luckily, we can just buy another one. So we'll go into auger wagons, bag, buy. It should show up right here in my yard because that's how I have my sell point set on this map. And so this is ultra realistic. We're just going to drive this bagger right into the yard to hook up to it. I don't think there's really a way to lift it. Maybe if I pipe back in. Oh my goodness. Let's not crash into the demo unit. We don't need to be buying it. We don't want it. We like our J&M better. All right. We got this there. Can I hook up to this now? I can. And then we're going to drive this guy right back out. Now I disabled the pipe out on this hopper to keep it from filling the bag while we're trying to get it back out here. So that is why we are safe to go, even though the bagger is attached, or the bag is attached to the bagger. And so we're going to, I think, just pull this thing right up next to the other one. I don't see why not. I don't know if there's any issues with putting them too close together or anything, but I guess we'll find out. I think I'm gonna try to make sure it's at least squared up or angled slightly away from the other one. I don't want them crashing into each other later. I can only imagine the horrors that would happen with farm sim physics with two big not placeable things like this doing their thing. And so now that I'm in position, I'm going to go ahead and push O to pipe out on the bagger, and it's going to push its corn into the bag. So that part seems to be working appropriately. And then we just need to kind of move these two things around. So I'm going to get this truck out of the way so that I got a little bit more room to get a tractor in here. And so I think I'm just going to put this truck over the pits for now, because that's probably where I would park it if I were running this farm. So how am I going to move these augers around when my other tractor is on the bagger? Let's grab the TLX, I guess. I don't know. Ideally, I'd like to have another little tractor. This is where I wish I still had the Minneapolis Moline on here. That would be a perfect little tractor for moving augers around. But alas, we do not. So we are going to use this guy to take care of things. So that shouldn't be overly unrealistic, at least for this little thing. I pulled augers with the pickup truck around on the farm all the time, so I believe this should be legitimate. Now this big one, a little bit scarier. I have moved these around with a pickup before for sure, but never really tried to get them into position with one. But we need to get this bagger filled up, so I think I just need to go straight back. We're gonna see if I can zoom out far enough. Almost, not quite. Oh yeah, look at that. We're good to go. So I'm gonna put him right there. And then we gotta get this hopper back over here. So let's do that real quick. And by the time we're done with all this monkey business, I'm guessing that the grain cart's gonna be heading back to fill up our semi, which he should be able to do all by himself. And then we'll just grab the full semi. Oh, please don't. Okay, that was close. We're going to try to get this into a little bit better of a position so that when we come in here we can drive the semi over it. I need to angle it a little bit more like this. Like this. We're just not quite far enough over. I'm trying to figure out the best way to get it exactly where I want it. Something like that I think is gonna be good. We seem to be lined up. Double checking all of our angles. Semi should be able to come in there at an angle and get back out without running into the trees. Yep, this is looking good. I think we can make that turn. So let's go ahead and put this truck back out of the way over here by the shop. And let's go figure out where we're at with getting some more corn over here.
I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard tonight. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. Turning up the stereo in a place I didn't know till now. In a different part of town, I see new colors as the sun goes down. No, it doesn't even matter to me where I go. Just feel I need to take a ride. I don't know when I'll get back. Keep on going and relax tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my
Alright, so the grain cart has dropped off some grain for us. And we're going to learn from our lesson last time and let him find a course before we start trying to drive through the yard. And so we've got another load of corn here. We're going to run this back up to the bagger. And then we're going to see if this course plate trick is going to work for us to get our truck back to where it needs to be, so that at least we're just bouncing in to dump it ourselves here. I forgot to change my tip side. And oops, There we go. Just want to make sure everything's working here, because last time we just had corn already in the bagger. Bagger's moving. I'm liking this. I'm liking that I can dump the semi-truck as fast as the truck will dump. And that I don't have to wait for the slower augers to, or the bagger to catch up. Like I can get a whole truck dumped very quickly and then move on and let it do its thing while we're off running the rest of the farm. Boom. Done. Alright, well, let's get this guy back out to the field. Oh, I said I was gonna try the course play thing. My bad. We'll go with nearest waypoint. And he should just drive himself right back out to the field. Perfecto. And they're already out there going to town. Emptying on the go. And we're getting really close to being done with this field. We've got, I don't know, 5-6 passes left. With that, I think we're going to wrap up the episode. That's all for today. Kedrick, out.